What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I am still working on this. This is a long-term project. This is the Proton pack from the 1984 Ghostbusters. It's a replica that I've been building for many years, and just the past couple of months, I've been really making a push to finish this. So anyway, the reason for filming this video is mostly for right here. I want to talk about this. A lot of people go with, this is what's called the GB fans. This is your lights and sound. This controls everything. It's got the SD card in there with all your, the songs and the sound effects and whatnot. And this is a 10-watt amplifier. And this whole setup here, I can't take full credit for. This is an idea that was kind of pitched by 01 Bletch. So thank you for that. And then having a background in audio engineering, or not really audio engineering, but just audio in general. I used to run a sound and lighting company, so I know a thing or two about that. So anyway, this is a 10 watt, sorry for that beeping, that's my child's monitor. They are sleeping right now. So anyway, this is a 10 watt, and I knew it wasn't going to be loud enough. I got a couple of speakers here. I believe these are 40 watt RMS, 80 watt peak. I don't know if we can see it. Doesn't matter anyway. They're 4 ohms a piece, and I hooked them up in series to get 8 ohms, and this just wasn't enough. So I knew that I needed some sort of an amplifier to boost the speakers. What was happening is, as I turned this to 50% volume, the potentiometer is on the shell, which is behind me, so that's not there. But anyway, I would turn it to 50%, and this would cut all sound out. And the only way you can get it back is to turn it back down, turn the whole pack off, and turn it back on. So I knew there was some kind of internal limiting device. I never really stopped and looked at the board the way it's made, but you'd probably find a limiting device somewhere in there. So I knew that I needed to take that off of this. So what I ended up doing was picking up a board amplifier, and these things are dirt cheap when you're not paying for all the metal and the brand names and everything else. And I'll try to put links to all this stuff in the description below if you'd like to purchase these. Anyway, this is a 24 volt, 50 watt per side, so 50 watt per speaker board amplifier. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, how much voltage do we have? I'm running this on, these are kind of popular here. This is a Talent cell. This battery just kind of fits right behind here, up to about right here. And that's a 12 volt battery. So now we need to change 12 volts to 24 volts. So we did that here. This is a Drock 12 to 24 volt transformer. And if I turn this here, I'll show you how this is wired. We've got our wire coming in from the battery, goes down to a switch underneath here. Okay, the switch is right there. Then the power comes back up this cabling and then goes in right here. So what I did was I threw a pigtail from here underneath the board to here. This is the input. Okay, so that's 12 volt in. You can see it right there in the center of your screen. And this is also your 12 volt. So what that's doing, the battery's powering this and then sending 12 volts to this. Then we take the 24 volts. You can see the yellow and the green wire. And that yellow and the green wire comes under and goes into the input of the 24 volt amp. Okay, now we got our speakers out. So this is 4 ohms, separate speaker wires. Each speaker is powered independently per channel. Now, the issue is you can't power an amplifier with an amplified signal. So you got 10 watts out. Sorry, that beeping is driving me nuts. I want to throw that thing. Maybe I can move it. Anyway, yeah, let's try putting it over there. Okay, anyway, so now we can't feed that 10-watt signal into this. So what do? I grabbed this, and it looks nothing like it did when I bought it. This came in a black case. This is a high to low converter. And what you use this for in audio engineering or whatever is to take a signal that's been boosted, so like your car audio speakers or something like that, and then you can power, you can draw that signal and put it into an amplifier. So what I did was, this normally comes with a set of RCA jacks. I desoldered them and then soldered directly. You can't really see any of that wiring because it's underneath the board. And then I pulled off all the wiring that they had here. This is the same thing, nothing special here. And I ran that down here, and you can see that's in here. So this is your speaker output on this board. The speaker output goes into the inputs here, and then the signal, which would come out of the RCAs, that's underneath here, runs under the board. You can see the wiring here, right into here. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to try to draw up a chart of how this is all wired and what's what, and I'll try to include that as well in the description below. But let me give you an overhead shot of what everything looks like there. It's really not that hard to wire. It just looks like a mess because, you know, I kind of like the way it looks, and that's why I did it the way I did. Otherwise, there would be just a box here, whatever. So hopefully if you're building a pack and you want, like, the easiest way to say it is this is stupid loud. I can now turn the volume up to 50% and it's deafening. You're doing ear damage at probably 50%. You can probably get by at a convention with 75%, and right around 75, 80, right around 80, 85, you're starting to get a little bit of distortion because we're hitting the upper limits of these speakers. Again, this is 50 watt per side, and then these are, I believe, 80 watt peak, 40 RMS. So they're powered pretty well. So there's that. And I believe I showed all this. I don't know if I showed this guy. This is just something I printed up quick for the, this is the end filter light, and I changed over to this guy. So this, you can pull this wire out, unclip it there, and then this whole top just unscrews. So you can replace this top and put something else if you wanted to put a smoke kit or something like that. So there's that. I am busy working on a thrower right now. Look at this. Ugh, looks great, except for that right there. I hot glued it, or not hot glued it. I hit that with, the heck is that stuff called? Super glue, and it's probably not the best thing to do. But once I make this thing weathered, that'll look probably pretty good. So anyway, I got this all hooked up because I wanted to do kind of a lights test, and I guess I can show you guys that. So while you're here, what we're going to do, the talent cell battery is already turned on. So we're going to come down here. I'm going to flip this on just like that. Okay, and then you'll see we got a LED here letting you know this has got power, and then we got an LED here letting you know that's got power. And you can hear a little bit of humming. I don't have the potentiometer hooked up, so this thing just kind of picks its own volume. So there's that. So anyway, if we come over here, this is now the on switch, and you get a little bit of blink from one of your lights. Turn that on, and as you can see, like, I'm happy with that. That thing came out good. Absolutely great. So we got this light is working. This one, I don't have the front of the thrower hooked up, so I'm not gonna be able to test that light, but I know that works. I was messing around with it earlier today, and then we got that that. And that light works. So that's good. And then this light, which is, again, I also changed that out to the, it's the same one as this, the board style LED. So, cool. Yeah, I am almost done with this thing. I'm hoping to get it done in the next week or 3. The reason being is because I still need parts. There's a plate that comes off of here, and then you put these 2 things into it right there. And then I still got to mount the tip of the thrower, and then I need the other hat light for this. It's another one of those. So yeah, a few more things, and then once I get this done, I can get back to some of the videos that you guys are definitely looking for. But that's the difficulty of running this channel the way I do, because there's a lot of you that want specific videos, and I just kind of like to hit on different things all the time and just kind of answer questions that I think are going to be good video. I'm not sure if that's hurting the channel or helping it or whatever, but whatever. It is what it is. So anyway, with that, if you enjoyed this video, if you found this helpful, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. And if you haven't done it already, like, oh my God, 96% have not done it, go ahead and punch that subscribe button, because you only get to do it once. And it's fun. And I'll catch you later. Peace.